Well, hello and good to see you all here. What you'll see more in the future, starting from now, is we want to use video some more to be able to get some news out and about to people who think it's a good way to work. So I hope you enjoy this and find this useful. Today I want to talk some about what we are focusing on as a management team, some of the things I've seen in my first couple of weeks here. Also going to be spending some time talking about children's services and some of the issues they're focusing on at the moment, and then finally some focus on Buchan House and some of the changes taking place there. So it's been great in the first couple of months of being able to get out and about to meet many staff across the Shire. Really appreciated that, so hope I'm going to see more of you in the future. And alongside that, been spending time with my management team, getting to know what's happening in the organisation, how the organisation works. And one of the advantages of having a fresh pair of eyes with me is the chance to just think about how we could do things differently. And what we all know is we're going to have less money to be able to use in the future. And we don't have an exclusivity in terms of ideas about that one. So really welcome thoughts and suggestions from staff in terms of how you think we can do things differently, looking ahead, living within a bit less money than we have at the moment, but still providing great services which people need from us across the Shire. So a number of you may have heard me talk about a one council approach, and I know some people have said, well, what does that mean? Well, businesses and communities out there expect us to be joined up, expect us to work together and to be seamless in terms of what we do. They expect us to be one organisation, which we are. I'll give you an example. We may have a site that we may not have a use for, or a building somewhere. And what I expect to see is colleagues in property and planning, in economic development, and in a number of services working together to make the best decision and come up with the best ideas in terms of what we can do with that site. Do we dispose of it? Do we use it? Do we work with another partner or the community to make use of the site? Those are the sort of things I'm talking about, of how we can work together closely day to day to give the best services we can do to people across the Shire.
We'd now like to provide some insight into what's going on within children's services. What might the current inspection highlight, and why do we have a new Getting It Right for Every Child in Aberdeenshire website? Getting It Right for Every Child, sometimes known as GIRFIC, isn't an extra thing people have to do. It's a way for those who support children to make sure they are all on the same page. It links day-to-day work in education, health, policing, social work, and the voluntary sector. The new Getting It Right for Every Child in Aberdeenshire website has been set up to support organisations to communicate consistently with each other, with parents, carers, children and young people. GIRFIC provides a structure that helps people to work in the same way and use the same language. This allows discussions with the child and the family to focus on what is good in a child's life and what might need attention or support. Getting It Right for Every Child is about ensuring young people and their families understand what is happening and why, are listened to carefully, will feel confident about the help they are getting, are appropriately involved in discussions and decisions that affect them, can rely on appropriate help being available as soon as possible, and experience a more coordinated response from practitioners.
Today for a good look behind the scenes at Buchan House, the Council's new development in Peterhead. It's a significant step forward for the Council in bringing all the services together onto one site, and also a very accessible site just on the edge of the town centre, so a key regeneration opportunity for us and a chance to bring something new to the town. It's an expensive investment at £5 million, so a real leap of faith from the Council, but also an Invest to Save project. We have some very old offices which are costing an awful lot of money in terms of maintenance costs, and over the whole life of this project it will in fact be a saving for the customer. I'm joined by Michelle Milne, the Council's Service Point Manager. Michelle, what will this building allow you to do?
Hi Chris, yes, obviously it's a new building for staff, but at the same time we're introducing a service point for customers within Buchan House. So basically it will allow customers to access a variety of different services in a one-stop shop. So customers can come in, they can make a payment, they can inquire about possibly waste services, housing repairs, roads and such like, all in the one place rather than having to go to a variety of different buildings in and around Peterhead.
So a big step forward.
Yes, definitely a new way of working for us, and hopefully something that's a lot easier for customers within the Buchan area.
We've had a good chance to look around the building and just amazing to see how much work has progressed over the last couple of months. Do you think staff will be looking forward to moving in?
I think it's a big change. However, I do think it's something that we should look forward to. It's going to give us a lot of new opportunities in terms of service delivery, and also a lot of changes for staff to be able to work with other services under one roof.
So I hope that the new session today has been useful for you, but I'm sure that, like my wife and like my friends, you get bored of listening to me. Now there's 14,500 people out there who work for the organisation, so I'm really keen that we hear from all of you. Please contact me on the comms team so you can be a part of the next session that we do in getting videos out across the Shire.